the nature of the content, parental guidance is advised. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Here you go. Can you all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay. There, I just turned my microphone up, so hopefully that helps on mine. All right. Okay, cool. We are good. All right.
Ba-doom.
Howdy, howdy.
Buenos dias. Long time no see, y'all.
I know, right? And now I got another thing to fix. I got this stupid thing at the bottom. Doesn't want to... They're like little plugins, but they don't want to...
Could be the Chrome 8. Are you using Chrome?
Yeah, but hang on. It's like, oh, you have to authorize me to use. And I'm like, I've done this I don't know how many times.
Because they just did an update to Chrome 80, which like totally jacks up everything if you ever read about that. Especially in our community, as far as like instructional design. Yeah.
I just fixed one of them, but let's see. Who do we have on so far with us? I see you on with us, but who do you see? See anybody that you know?
Let me check. Let's see. Boom. Let's see. I see 4 viewers, but nobody that's showing up that I know.
Okay, well, let's get on with the show.
Bingo.
So, what kind of beautiful bean footage do we have tonight, Chris?
Oh, we got all sorts of crazy stuff.
Well, crazy is kind of relative.
Well, I'd say we were down at the Cabin on 360 on this past Saturday. Not last night, but we were getting a lot of good hits off of the periscopes. Even the plasma ball, which was shocking.
Yeah, so speaking of the plasma ball, I can hear the volume even though I have the headphones in my other monitor. So this is how it's supposed to be normally, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was this how it was acting?
No, it wasn't doing jack pretty much all night long. Until we got to the downstairs, but we'll show that in a bit.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm just... Because this is the plasma ball that we brought with us. This is the doodad that...
You got the $5 or less store.
Yeah. At the $5 store. And it... I mean, this is how it normally reacts. It just kind of sends a whole bunch of craziness. But this is not how it was... This was not how it was acting. And I haven't changed batteries or nothing. So... I don't know what to tell you. So... Alright, for those of us who have not been to the Cabin on 360, let's bring up a picture. I was not prepared to do that, but I can real quick. Why don't you give me a little history? Because we've gone there multiple times, so anybody who knows us or hangs out with us knows what the Cabin 360 is. But we've also got a lot of new folks on our page, and they may not know what the Cabin on 360 is.
Okay, so... Basically, the Cabin on 360 consists of 3 areas. You got the cabin, which is a model home, which is built in the 1980s. Then you have a residential area, which is also used as a commercial property back in '80s as well, but it was built. I'm not sure exactly when, but it was definitely around the '70s or something like that. And then of course you have the woods area, which is considered the Battle of Bethesda, which what was it about 1,200 people were supposedly died during the Civil War back there.
Let's see here. 2,200.
Oh, 2,200. My bad. Hey, Fred.
Hi, Fred. Hey, Millie.
But yeah, so it was like pretty much basically had a creek that ran back there from Beaver Dam, and basically it's like what was it, Union soldier? No, Virginian or pardon me, Southern soldiers got trapped back there, and it was like a shooting fish in a barrel. So basically, all that gore ran past the cabin. But for the residential area, there was a murder that occurred during 1979, um, and basically it was
No, she was born in 79.
oh she was killed in '79, October 4th, '79.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. I'm looking at this saying the cabin was built in the 80s, and I'm getting all confused.
Yeah, but essentially the little girl Melissa, named after, of course, by same name, of course. I can't remember the last name, but
Elliot. Melissa Elliott.
Melissa Elliott.
All you have to do is
She's
think of
killed
the
by
rap
the
star.
adopted stepbrother, who happened to be, I don't like, I don't like to say, but they're a white family, but they adopted an African American male who was already like, you know, and pretty much he grew up with this girl her entire life. And suddenly one morning, while the parents were out at work,
They were a mixed family. They were a
yeah,
blended family. Big deal.
yeah,
But yeah,
but
he was adopted, so
he got high that morning and basically raped and shot her, and
yeah.
basically drug her body out in the woods, and um, left her in an abandoned refrigerator. And he hightailed it off to freaking Lumberton, North Carolina, where he was apprehended by authorities, and basically extradited back to up to Virginia for trial. And basically, he got out this past May.
Yeah.
So
So slight correction, it was a refrigerator box.
yeah,
you're like
freezer.
apples, oranges,
Yeah,
whatever. But no, I mean, yeah. And it's been, well, we're coming up on a year since our first visit there. So we've been there a handful of times now. And I will say, like, I thought the first time that we went was pretty active because both Melissa reached out to me and Dobby hit. But this past time that we went, I don't know if it was because the next night was a full moon or what, but every time we go there it's different. But this was probably the most activity that we've had.
he just doesn't seem to jack with us anymore, though, like he used to. Dobby.
No, no, he
I mean, of
doesn't.
course,
I don't know why. I mean, I'm not going to complain.
I think it's because he knows that not to jack with us.
Or maybe because like we show that I I don't want to jinx it. Really,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Or maybe he's used to us already, so he's like, he can't do it. We can't do nothing to himself.
Well,
That might be it.
he's used to Dennis, and he doesn't. I mean, he still messes with him, but I think probably because they like to they're like siblings. They like
Yeah.
to mess
Oh man,
around with each
I've
other.
never seen that kind of relationship before, but yeah, it's funny.
Well, you didn't see me and my brother growing up. Let's just put it that way. Because yeah, we used to love to torture each other. But so yeah, so oh, and all right, so up on the screen you're seeing a still shot of the video that we're going to play. But before we get there, we also want to talk about. Let me bring up a picture. There's a story behind this picture. There we go. You have not seen this picture, Chris.
No.
So this was a charity benefit, the investigation at night. So in a long time we kind of just showed up as attendees, and this was for Sawyer Perkins. She's a young little lady, about almost the age of my daughter, who's battling brain cancer, and I think this is her fourth go around. She's a tough cookie, and her mom and I think some of her family or family supporters were there as well. And this was all to raise funds for her family, for her, because it's a financially draining situation. But hang on, should probably show her picture. But while we were there, there was also, oh, hang on, let's bring up, I'm going to the wrong place. Let's bring up a picture for her. You know,
Leroy Jenkins.
I know. Here we go. Let me find a good picture. She is such a darling. Here we go. There is Sawyer. And she loves being a little mermaid, I'm guessing, because that's a mermaid little swimsuit right there. And just like my daughter, she's kind of grown out of mermaids now. But hey, Amy.
Hey.
This night was all about Sawyer. So, but we're there, and then so Jerry, right? Jerry was there, and she was doing kind of a Reiki medium reading on people as well. And so that was also a little extra thing that she was doing to help benefit Sawyer. So we get in there, and Amy and Tammy are going first, and I'm just kind of sitting off to the side, and I'm minding my own business. And immediately, she was squirreled.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
She's like, "Your grandmother walked in through the door with you," and I'm like, "Huh? What?" Well, actually, she didn't even say that. She's like, "Your grandmother," and I'm like, "Well, which one?"
She like totally squirreled out.
I'm like, "The one that's passed or the one that's living?" She's like, "Well, duh, the one that's passed." And I'm like, "Well, silly me, you know." And I'm like, "Yeah, what about her?" She's like, "She walked in through the door with you," and I'm like, "Okay, cool. Now remember this, guys. Remember this later, because this ties into something." And so my dad has been to places. My dad is the one on the right. He passed away coming up on 3 years ago. I've had people pick up on him when I go to investigations. My mom, she's on the left. She'd probably be cussing me because it shows a dirty shirt in this picture. So here we'll fix that real quick, Mom. Yeah, so Mom is still here, and so, but my grandma in the middle, her name is Elsie, and that was probably, I don't know.
Looks like 10, 20 years ago.
Well, I don't know. My parents bought that house in 2001, and she passed away 2005. So it's easily
15 years.
15 or 16 years ago, because this was about a year or two before she passed. So that's my grandma right there in the middle. So she was a Spitfire, and she lived on her own. She was, she was close to 90 or something. She lived on her own up until the moment that we had to put her in the hospital because, she had something happen. I can't remember because it's been a while, but and then she moved over into hospice. We think she also had cancer, but she was the kind of woman that just wouldn't tell you these things. She's like, I'm good. It's probably going to be the woman I turn. Huh?
Leave me the F alone.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, no, she took care of other people in her 70s and 80s. So this will probably be the woman I turn into. I'm just warning y'all. But she was cool, I spent summers with her, and she would sit there and drink her beer and smoke her cigarette and watch Matlock, and I'd play with Barbies from the 50s. So, but yeah, remember this face. Remember my grandma, because she does play a part in that night. So yeah, Jerry was sitting there and she was giving us reading. She was telling us, and it was super cool. And she comments a lot on our page, so I will highlight her on our page later if you guys want to check her out. If you're local, she does Reiki sessions and all sorts of stuff too. And I think she gave Amy and Tammy a couple of
shopping list.
Well, yeah, I only walked away with having to get one crystal because, shocker, I'm guarded with my heart. Shocker.
She said your aura was pink.
Yeah. And then let's see. Tammy was a blue indigo, and she walked away. And she's a healer, and she's like, I don't know. I think she's a little in denial of wanting to do that. And then she says she needs to turn around and help Amy. So I'm sorry, Amy. I'm busting y'all out while we're on here.
I thought Tammy's was black. Wasn't it?
No, I thought she was indigo. Hi, Nikki. Your sister's on.
Oh, hey, Nikki.
Yeah, cool.
Well, I think you got them reversed because Amy was the one that was good to go, but Tammy was the one that was all black.
No.
Because Tammy had more bigger shopping list than Amy did.
No, that has nothing to do with it.
Oh, okay.
Tammy is a healer, and she had indigo, which is the trait of a healer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Amy,
See,
okay.
Amy's was black.
Cool.
You tell him, Amy.
Well, shoot.
Let's see here. Should we start off with the woods first? Because that's where we went off. And I know right now I'm showing a picture of Melissa's room in the cabin, but we can start off with the woods.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. Let me bring that footage up.
Nikki!
Let's see. No, that would be in the room. Okay. So, what happens to us out in the woods?
That was with the, where we smelt the sweet tobacco and also the portal between the trees.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Which I'll call that one periscope our Liberty crown.
Yeah, I saw that in your notes. I'm like, okay, well now we're calling it the Liberty Crown.
It's the best way to describe it.
I just called it the vertical periscope.
Yeah, that just looks like the Statue of Liberty. It reminds me of it, so that's what I'll call it.
And so I don't have it up here with me in my office, but for those who have not seen it before, you'll see it in a couple of the clips coming up. But, alright, on the video. Huh?
No, wait. Never mind. Carry on.
I missed it. I was looking off screen.
Well, I was going like this.
Okay. As soon as I go live, it says nope. Okay. And so I'm going to fast forward through it a little bit because this thing was, good grief, I can't really, I don't think I really got it good on camera that night. Oh, wait, there we go. All right, so there's the moon.
Oh, hey, check it out, guys.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for coming back.
Oh, you scared him away, Gene.
No,
Oh, there we go.
Oh, thank you.
Is that you? Are you Ben? Are you the Native American we were
Can
talking
you go to yellow if you are Ben?
Let's see if I can zoom
Oh,
in.
there we go. Just saw it.
And it
Flash by.
Can you make the light red
Man,
for me?
I'm going to get up closer because this thing is.
Oh, there we go.
Red's on the other side.
Okay, that's green.
So it was
I see
funny
you, but
because
we would like it to turn red.
this thing was hitting pretty solid the
Can
entire
you do
night.
red for me?
Right, for those who are not, the periscope is
It will not
really
focus
hard
for the life of me.
and it's set off by
This phone.
electrostatic discharge.
I don't know why.
It was not a dry night.
All right, I'm going to back off. I'm going to let you do your thing, okay? I'm going to give you a little space. Maybe you can make the thing go red for us.
Of course, we're
Can you put your favorite color on there? It seems like you like yellow and green. I just got a really cold chill on my knees. But is there a breeze coming? Y'all feel a breeze?
I don't feel
Oh my
I
god.
feel a breeze.
Okay.
Log
I
it
didn't
down.
get a lot of this
There we go.
on camera that night, but it was funny because I was asking Crystal, I'm like, Crystal, what sweet things are you telling this person over here? Because we thought, all right, it answered. We asked if it was a native, and what did it say?
It said, yep.
Yeah. And then, hey, Matthew's watching. Hey, Matthew.
Hey, Matthew. But the craziest thing was, Gene was going. Remember when Gene was going? Do you smell that? I said. I ran over to him. I smelled. And it was like, oh my god, it's like sweet tobacco, but yet nobody's freaking smoking out there. It was like the craziest thing.
Okay, and so the woods have always been dead for me. People are like, well, duh, there's ghost stuff. No, like, I've never gotten anything out of the woods. I've never gotten, other people, you've gotten stuff out there, but you're the Midwestern Ope.
Oh boy.
Oh, yeah. I've never gotten much reaction out of those woods, but that night we were sitting there and I said, let me go put this periscope right where I believe the portal to be between these two trees. And sure enough, Crystal was sitting right over there and I was like, what sweetness are you talking? She's like, I was just asking if it was a man or a woman. And it was lighting up. And then, do you remember when I went to go pick it up?
It isn't.
No, it didn't.
Well,
You don't remember? I went to go pick it up, and as I reached down, it like lit up, and then I was like, "Oh, that's just me touching it." So I'd back off, and it would go off, and I'd go and touch it again, it would light up, and I'm like, and I was being like a jokester. I was like, "Ha, check this out, guys! I'm setting it off. Right?" So I did it like 3 or 4 times. I'm like, "Doo doo, doo doo, doo doo."
oh yeah.
And I thought it was me setting it off, and everybody like you and Jean were laughing at me. And then I went to go pick it up again, and it didn't go off. And I'm like, okay. So, was it me? Was it a prankster spirit?
I think it was just jacking with you, man.
I don't know. But that was interesting. So, Interesting. All right, let's go. We have a couple
Maybe
things on
listen, you light it up.
So this is from our live session that we had on Facebook. So this is from my point of view, and then I've got something from your point of view as well. Yeah, Amy said it just kept blinking and then it stopped. I know. I was like, this is what Chris calls the Liberty. All right, let's see if I can get it to go off.
Liberty Crown, yep.
I can.
Woo. Yeah. I'm doing Vanna. But, I mean, yeah, so I'm disturbing the electric field, so. But you see it's not staying on, like.
Oh, there's Annie.
Yeah. But it's not staying on.
Oof.
So, like, I'm touching it, y'all, and I cannot get it to stay on a color. I can get it to blip. So, remember that, too. I thought I just, alright, there it goes. So, was showing that. Check this out. I remember what I told you about my grandma. Let's see here. It was like.
Show that beautiful green footage off of number
I know.
26.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Nope,
Awesome.
that didn't at all.
Tell us your name.
You're right, Amy.
So what you're seeing right now is you're seeing
We're getting reactions at the doorway.
What are we getting on the door?
I know what you saw. I could not.
How many spirits do you have in this room?
I'm getting a cold breeze right now.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Big time.
Damn.
It's holding steady.
Wow.
Are you guys seeing this in the doorway?
Amy kills me.
What did you say? Ma'am?
I was the closest person to this. I was maybe 3 feet away from it.
Well, it's definitely not camera shy because I have it on Facebook Live right now.
Right back on.
There.
No, Cynthia is from Raven Rose.
Right on.
Yeah.
What's she saying?
Just hey, right now. It's standing right there. What
Take
is
it on over to blue or green.
So no, this thing should go here.
What about Dennis?
Yeah, I kind of felt that too, but Cynthia definitely put it out there, as far as it being curious. I was like, what are you all doing?
Yeah. This is the second time that we've gotten hits in that doorway. Like
I'll tell you, they're coming on pretty strong tonight and sustaining energy really. Like, no. And there is nobody. I am the closest person. And I'm, 3 feet away? Yeah, I'm about 3 feet away from it.
Oh,
So something's just standing right there in the doorway.
yeah, I'm answering it.
So Cynthia, she says it feels pretty comfortable. I think it's more curious of what you're doing. Well, that would make sense.
Come on in.
Yeah. Okay, watch your eyes
Put it on
flash.
360 and you can still.
Dang it.
So you can see right there, there's no battery.
You come in.
We have the SP7 going. We're getting a little bit out of that.
Oh, Cynthia's on.
Yeah. Time just holding there.
I wonder if it's my grandma again.
Darren just said hi, Cynthia.
It's Melissa's grandma. Can you turn to green?
What did you say? Huh.
Alright, so let's see it moving over to yellow.
Come on in. Join us.
It's okay. You can go into the room.
Just barely kind of creeping its way in there.
Oh, green.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, come on in.
Come on in.
It's Graham.
So we asked if it was my grandmother to make it go green. Sure as shit. There she is.
You asked her to put it on green.
Oh, cool.
You know, I agree.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We love the periscope.
Yeah, let's just hold on. We're at 4 minutes now.
Everywhere we go. I think if we were to pare it down.
Your sister's watching.
Huh? Hey, Nikki.
Oh, definitely.
Now it's full on green.
Wow.
Yeah, we got.
Cynthia, we think this
Yeah,
is my
nice thing
grandma.
is we got two of
'cause,
them, so
well,
it's
we asked her to
beauty.
put it on green, and it's on green. And she came here with me tonight.
I think that's awesome.
I guess as far as like the activity, I guess it really depends on. I guess we really got a lot of activity when it's like either there's a lot of precip, or there's electrical activity, or
Well, there was a full moon the next night, so we were.
Yeah.
I don't know if that has any correlation.
I believe it did because basically we had like some standing water in the backfields
Yeah.
along with the full moon, so you had a lot of like energy flowing about. So and plus it was a full super moon too.
Yeah. I mean, we've been there a handful of times, and we've never been without activity. But some
Yeah.
nights we've definitely had to.
Hightail it out of the place. I mean, at least out of the rancher.
No, we haven't had to hightail it out of there in a while.
Well, at least some
other,
people.
Other people have.
Yeah.
But, see, I think from what I understand the night that we were there, Dobby already had fun with 2 people that evening. And so we're no longer the easy ones, I think, for him. So maybe that's why he doesn't mess. Again, I'm not going to jinx it.
Yeah.
Do thunderstorms really crank up stuff? I think
I believe so.
I
Yeah,
think so.
because you got a lot of electrostatic energy, along with just so much energy in the air. It just dries things up. So, I mean, I believe it has a lot to do with it. You don't even have to have thunderstorms, but I mean, it helps. But also rain.
I mean, shoot, think about it. I mean, when we bring the 360, the Periscope 360 that has a plasma, we turn it on to charge because it has one of these built into it, so you can charge the environment and put out some static electricity. And so if you go off the theory that they do, that they thrive on this kind of energy, well, shoot, a thunderstorm is perfect, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you add in the water, and then thunderstorms kind of evoke fear in some people too, and so that puts out some energy of its own.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that thunderstorms crank things up. I've been on investigations where I think it's rained quite often on a lot of the ones that we've gone on, and I found that really helps out things too. So, and the funny thing is, and we'll get to that in just a second there. The funny thing is that these devices are even harder to make go off when it's raining, because the more moisture is in the air, it negates the electrostatic discharge.
Yeah, it's kind of like a wall that blocks off things. Basically like from interactions and things of that nature.
But the drier the air, the more you get. That's why you always see people with frizzies and stuff during the winter because the air's drier. So Darren's asking, what is our least favorite device? I know mine.
Let's see. I would say, I don't know. I mean, really, really isn't a non-useful device. It depends on the situation. You just gotta try them all out and see what works.
I will say the one that has been the least. Maddie, can you please go let the puppers out?
Oh, the giggle balls.
No. I think I have faith that those will work. As soon as we get a confident spirit to push them.
Oh, the push button things.
No, dowsing rods. They have never.
Oh, that's true.
We've got them, and I know they work great for others, but I don't think we've ever had any success with those.
No.
Or at least none that I would trust. Like the result, I've gotten results out of them, but I think it's because of my movement. So.
Yeah, they're much too much. I guess you could say persuaded by the external environment, not really reliable.
They can be. So the K2 is.
What?
Amy, the K2 is your least favorite.
What about West Virginia State Penn?
I know.
And during general population, we were getting all sorts of freaking hits on that thing. Oh, hey, Brandon.
Hey, Brandon. I don't know. I mean, everybody's got their favorite and least. Okay, Amy, what's your favorite?
Oh, she's gonna probably say SLS.
Probably.
Because she's coming good at that thing.
Maybe she said, sorry, I can't. Maddie! Oh, I have a dog whining, going, hey, I need to go piss. Alright, what do we want to show next? Your point of view?
Sure.
Okay.
Because at least I guess we got my asking, turn it green if you want to.
Yeah. Let me fast forward a real quick, because you're playing on your phone a little bit. Let me. I know this is discombobulating for some people. What?
Matthew, I just got here. Did I just hear Christian say giggle balls?
Oh my goodness. Oh, probably. Okay. So this is Chris's point of view. We're all sitting there. He goes off into the closet to go play with his phone for a minute.
Oh, there we
Sounds
go.
so bad.
But you can see everybody's reaction.
Melissa, is that cute? Do you like it green or cute? That's red. Can you go to the other side, Melissa, for us?
Yeah, alright. Fast forwarding on your phone with me. What were you trying to figure out on your phone? Camera?
Yeah, I think I was. I was trying to do get night shot, to basically do night vision.
So that doll in the middle of the room.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
You just got a K2. That's cool. My favorite has got to be Periscope. I'm catching up on the comments while this is going.
If you keep going, it turns all other colors. Is that Melissa?
What was that?
No.
Mine's right here.
Is it somebody else? Can you light it back up?
It's a body cam. It's got night vision.
Thank you.
And Chris wears
So
a
can you
modified
tell us
action
your
cam.
name?
Yeah, it's
That's what we're seeing right now.
from ghoststop.com. So it's 4K wireless cam.
Wait a minute. I have a new iPhone. I don't have night vision on it.
We're getting reactions at the doorway.
We got one in the middle way.
Well, you got an iPhone Max, right?
iPhone Max Pro, I think.
How many
Yeah, okay.
spirits do you have in this room?
I think my Colbert right now.
Mm-hmm.
It does
Yeah.
have
A better
Right.
resolution
And
for
hold
night
it
vision.
steady.
Yeah,
where you can
You
take
guys
pictures
see
in
this
low
in the
light.
doorway?
but no night vision.
Yes. This one got camera side.
There we go.
Live right now.
Should have had it. I agree with as much money as we pay for the damn thing.
Right back on.
Live for
Yeah.
Oh, right on. What's she saying?
Right now. It's standing right there.
You're like going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
On my phone and looking up, looking down, looking up.
What about Dennis?
Oh, you're trying to get it. Okay, let's see. So this is his point. You can see everybody's reaction. Do. We just watched it. Let's go to the
think it was-
basement.
Okay,
What do you say about that? Because these
Sure.
are all you. Okay.
27.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I guess showing the plasma ball.
Yeah, so
So what don't you like about Dennis?
while that plasma ball, while you're watching it, it was doing 1 or 2 streams at most.
For the most point, it was like pointing directly at one person though that was sitting in a chair.
It should be like this.
Yep.
Should be going crazy. But you see right there, it's 1 or 2 streams. And we're all sitting down in the basement. I don't think the periscope went off while we were down there.
Just making sure it's still mapping.
We do have laser grids. Actually, we have a big laser grid. We just didn't bring it out with us. Because we decided to kind of take it kind of basic this night. Let's see. That was 27. That was a short video.
Yeah.
Yeah, 28.
But see, right between the pillars, the plasma ball sitting right there. So
And you see how there's no electricity arms shooting off whatsoever. And so, all right, the story about the basement. And this is where Dobby likes to hang out. And Dobby is
make Amityville 2 the possession. That, I guess that's the best way to compare it. You know.
Right, if Dobby's not here, who is with us?
That's how I like to think of Dobby. He's like an elemental demon, whatever he is, that resides in the basement.
something. But I asked him that night, "What are you? How old are you?" I got no answer. The basement they're in just creepy. Yep. Dan, did you do a solo challenge down there? Because I couldn't do that.
No. No, there's one other person with you.
Yeah, so check this out. I mean, yeah, this it's not doing anything. And that's how it was the entire night. It wasn't doing anything. But then when we went down in the basement, it started doing the swirling.
Okay, Google. Lumos.
And pointing the arc at one person that was sitting in the chair, that one girl, you know. And basically Dobby was jacking with her.
Okay, Google.
Yeah, so right
Lumos
here off in
Knox.
the corner, off where my mouse is, it was messing around with one of these girls.
Okay, Google. Knox.
What were you doing with your Google?
I was playing with the light, turning it on and off.
Let's see, Ghost Up has a laser grid where it maps out what's going through the grid and a whole lot more.
Okay, Google. Lumos
So
Knox.
I'm going to have to make a visit over to Ghost Up.
Interesting.
I know.
Thanks, man.
You remember that one thing that
Okay, Google. Knox
Jonathan
Lumos.
from RVA showed us? The proximity sensor? Remember how the crosshairs, it was that black box with the crosshairs? And like if you moved, it set off the sensor?
I believe so.
It's made by the same people as the millimeter, I believe.
Huh.
Yeah, no.
Well, of course, I got my ultra powerful laser grid.
Oh boy.
Catcher's mitt.
So,
Catcher's
Crystal was
mask.
kinda brave sticking her head up in that little crawl space.
I think that's been there for a
Yeah,
long
oh, yeah.
time.
This person I've seen, that hat and that catcher's mask.
Oh, that's been in there, so. Let's see, was she getting anything on the K2 in there?
No, she wasn't. She didn't. It was pretty much stagnant on one light, so that was it. Not a whole lot on that, but, you know, she did go speaking about, like, she's never seen that catcher's mitt and the hard hat in that crawl space. And, of course, she found a piece of chalk, so
Yeah.
I was like, well, yeah, that hard hat and that.
My volume is really low when I play the videos.
The catchment was relatively low, but they were just claiming they saw a light coming through, but there's no windows in that crawl space either, so. You know, of course I didn't catch it because I didn't have a camera or nothing in there, so.
That's where people have seen things on the steps before.
Her daughter saw something on this side of the steps by the
When I pause it, can you hear me? Yeah, Dan was saying that when we're playing the videos, my volume's really low. But, I guess I'll just have to... Well, look, I talk too much entirely anyways. But let's see here. Hi,
Definitely,
Melissa.
Definitely. Too bad you couldn't. I wish you could have joined us out there.
Yeah. So this is funny because we were talking about, I think you captured a little bit. I was sitting down and I remember staring right down at the periscope. We were asking something. Let me play it real quick.
Oh.
Yeah, Darren. I mean, it all depends. I mean, it's pretty much like it varies from, you know, night to night, whatever, you know. But it seems like the rancher seems to be a lot of the where we get a lot of activity, you know, most of the time.
It's unmistakable.
Yeah, so.
Oh, you're the one with the issues now.
I know. Can hear you, but compared to Christian, yours is lower. Well, let me see if I can fix that. But I think it's about as high as it can go. There, I just maxed it out. So, there. Okay. Hopefully that's better. We'll kind of have to work around with it. As long as you can hear me decent, I think we'll be happy with that. But, yeah, so that night was, and this is just the cabin, or the rancher. We haven't even gotten over to the cabin.
Yeah.
Shall we show, let's see here.
Annie.
Tammy, oh, she's like having a little brown chicken down in Virginia Beach. Girl, what you doing on here? You need to you need to go have fun with your friend.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm glad it's better. All right, so I didn't bring up the video from your point of view, Chris. I did not bring that one up from the cabin, but I do have the SLS.
Okay.
So, so bear with us. We didn't hit record on the SLS. This was captured from a friend of ours that was there with us that night. And I was sitting on the floor, and I was just kind of chilling, hanging out. I was hitting record on my recorder, and yeah. That could be my old high school sweetheart who passed away from cancer, so you never know.
Yeah.
We were trying to figure out this was not my grandma.
All right, Melissa, move your arm so you
Was
can
he
see
really
yourself.
tall?
Yes.
Move in the video.
And he was a freaking baseball like that. He would have done some stuff like that to me. So I'm right here. I'm sitting on. You can see my silhouette, but you can't see. I'm not knocked out on it.
I'll move out of the way.
But you see, there's a stick figure in front of me.
Brian, are you dancing on Melissa?
Fine, stop moving.
I'm gonna come over here and see if I put my hand in.
No.
Damn.
Oh, he just touched your
This is Gene
Yeah, he's
trying
touching
to
your leg right
touch. Mine or his?
his.
His.
Oh, hi.
Not
Hey.
now. Not now. When you were by Melissa.
Now.
When you were by Melissa, it reached out and like grabbed you.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes, touching you now.
Hi.
Do you like
There
Gene?
is a coldness up here. Up here.
That's where it ends. Right where your hand is the top of
He's
it.
trying to grab
Interesting.
Right there.
It's cold right here.
That's where the top of it is.
His hand is right at your
Yeah. It is.
private area.
It's groping.
Hey, okay. Look.
And your
We're
knee.
having a good time.
Yeah.
Well, when you first went over there, that's what he
Oh, yeah.
grabbed.
Yeah. Well, he didn't grab me. I didn't feel it. So. But I could feel the.
So the interesting thing is Gene, you saw, he came over and put his hand up here trying to feel what it was. and he said it was cold. Well, there's no window. I was sitting kind of right next to where, for those who have been in the cabin, you walk upstairs, you walk into the back room, the little hallway that comes where it opens up into the room. I was sitting like right there, so there was no window or anything above me. And it was a little chilly outside, but there was nothing to explain a cold spot right above my head. So let's see here. What did Darren say? If you get a chance, try this. It's like getting cue cards and see if the spirit box can say the words. You know, we're definitely going to have to try that. Chris has really good luck doing the spirit box. Hey, John. So, for those joining, this is exactly what it looks like. This was in the back room in the cabin. This is a stick figure that was mapped on top of me, and I was sitting there, and it was having fun. It was having lots of fun.
Cold, and I don't think it's. I mean, this has got a little bit of coldness to it, but.
What about the windows?
No, there's no window above my head.
Yeah, this is wall. This wall.
Keep dancing for
There's
us.
nothing seeping in around this
I
one.
was getting a lot.
Can you wave at us?
Somebody's sitting cross-legged.
Or
We
something.
can see you on this camera, so if you wave, we can.
And nothing that Gene was. I'm
Tom,
gonna
are
fast
you
forward because
dancing?
Gene walked through him a couple of times. Not on this video.
I don't know. It's something
It's
cold.
crazy. That went out and that went out at the same time.
Right now.
He's got his head
You
on.
want to try the awesome part? Where it says awesome.
Huh?
You want to do the where it says awesome?
I didn't bring that up though.
Oh, okay.
And we're getting kind of close towards the end. But hang on.
Me?
I can do it.
Here, can y'all hold that?
There we go.
He left.
Oh,
wait, you're Matt. Hold on.
Okay.
Or is that me?
It's
both of you.
You're Matt, and Melissa, move your arms. He looks like a freaking
This is
spider
fine.
now.
Yeah, he does.
Everybody
Oh.
knows. This was them recording because I was sitting on the opposite side of the room.
Like,
Chris was
yeah.
too.
that's
He
crazy.
disappeared.
Did he do anything? He
gone.
disappeared,
He's
but
gone.
you're
Kinda like
still
a
Matt.
So we're trying to mess around with this mapping, and it almost always
It's not
comes
mapping
back.
Melissa at all.
No.
She wasn't mad earlier, but he was.
No.
Yeah,
Now it's
Matt
mapping.
Melissa.
Alright. Am I still
Oh,
there?
now you both are.
Now
Yeah.
you both are.
Alright, so.
Can you come back?
I'm back. I think it said I'm back.
Yeah, you heard that right. It said I'm back.
Friends.
Thank you.
We are your friends.
Can you come stand between me and Melissa?
But I like to say that definitely Tammy and Amy are definitely like they can operate our equipment, so pretty much they're like our official buddies when they are our buddies when they come out with us, you know,
It's gone.
because they know stuff. So
Alright,
Yeah.
I'll walk back out and see if
It's almost guaranteed wherever we go, they go. They'll find us.
they're kind of like our unofficial investigative team.
Well, have a good night, Darren. Thank you for joining us.
That was me.
Um,
It was
Oh,
probably me
thanks,
walking.
Darren.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I didn't do it the first time you walked by.
Yeah, I came straight through. I heard her slide her foot this time.
Gotcha.
all right. So that was our fun show and tell for tonight. Wait a minute, Chris, your video disappeared. Oh, now you're back. You're back.
I'm toasty.
You're
No.
toasty.
No.
You are our buddies all the time. We've been talking about some things, but we'll talk about those later. So,
Damn it.
is there any? I mean, that's probably some of the coolest stuff that we've had, and that doesn't even begin to describe the night that we had that night. I mean, we were tired. We were supposed to do a go live last Sunday, and we absolutely did not make it. We were so tired. And then we got the name. All right, so Chris was asking about the EVP. So we were doing EVPs, and it was captured on that recording too, but it just wasn't as loud. We asked what the name was, and this is the second time that we've gotten the name Tom. And we asked if it was a soldier, and I think the answer was yes, right, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, that was where we were at last weekend. So we don't have. I don't think we no. We don't. We definitely don't have anything for the rest of the month coming up. But next month, what do we've got going? You are the most funnest buddies.
I know it's grammatically incorrect, but you get what I mean.
Yes, her room was active because my grandmother was there. I think
Well,
my grandmother
definitely.
was. I think
I
my
believe-
grandmother
yeah.
took over that night, Melissa.
Oh, heck yeah, we're going to Fleetwood, I believe, right?
Yes, yes, we are. Yeah, I feel like I want to get my ass pinched again. Why not?
You like to get groped.
everywhere I
How else you
go.
can get any more action?
Oh, be quiet. More than you're getting. I'm just saying.
Annie.
Oh my lord. No, yeah, let's see Rhonda get spooked again too. If you guys have not, go back and look in our clips. They're
Oh my god.
Rhonda and Transcend.
I never got tackled like that before in my
We
life.
both got tackled. We were
Yep.
bulldozed. Yeah.
What the was that?
Yeah. Next month, where are we going? Booger.
Oh my god. So, we're going out to St. Albans.
Mm-hmm.
March 14th.
Yep.
Following weekend, the Lord Baltimore.
Yep. Up in Baltimore.
Hmm.
Hey, Mike. Thanks for joining us. He's he's a friend and an old coworker. He lives down in Virginia Beach.
Oh, right on.
Right on, right on.
Right on, right on, right on. I
So-
may get older, but they stay the same age.
Oh my god. So one of the things that you guys will notice about us is we've kind of stuck around Virginia this past year, right? Getting oh, you blipped on us for a second there, Chris.
Oh.
Getting Chris's toes like kind of, in the water because Chris hadn't done this before. And now that he's got a good taste of it and he keeps coming back for more. We traveled out to Malvern. That was his first long distance trip. And that really opened
Kind
you
of,
up.
sort of.
What do you mean, kind of, sort of?
Well, because my mom lives like right down the road, so
Well, yeah, but like for location, you're heading
Yeah,
to
true.
Bel Air. Yeah, I remember you saying that. Bel Air. I don't know. I think I was supposed to go to Bel Air last year, and things changed.
yep.
But we went to West Virginia, and I took Chris and I took Amy and I took Tammy. I said because I've been, and I cannot get enough of West Virginia State Pen. What did you think about that place?
That was freaking like active as crap.
Yes. Amy's like, Lord Baltimore Hotel, whoop whoop. And so Lord Baltimore Hotel, we're staying the night in the hotel. So it's game on until whenever we pass out.
Mm-hmm.
We're attendees, so it's not like there's an event that's Ghost Nat Adventures. Yeah. They're the one that's having the event, so we're going to that event, but their event only goes to like midnight or something like that. Oh, and I'm bringing Maddie too. So this will be Maddie's second. Come here, Maddie.
Come here, Chica. Get your ass over here.
She can't hear you. Oh my
Maddie.
gosh.
There we go. Bingo.
Oh my gosh, don't hide behind me.
Come on, teenager.
Okay.
Quit hiding.
You're always wanting to be on here. There you go. Junior investigator.
Mm-hmm.
Her first place was the cabin. We didn't let her go to the rancher.
Nope.
What did you think about the cabin, Maddie? And while we were in the rancher, she went off into the woods with Dennis. And what did you think of the woods?
Come on, speak, woman. Speak.
She heard whistling. So, yeah, so Lord Baltimore Hotel will be her second place. So where are we going in May?
We're going to Pamplin Park, May 30th. Overnighter.
That's right.
And first overnighter, too.
Second public investigation.
Yep.
First overnighter.
Yep.
And the Commonwealth Researchers of the Paranormal Crop, they lined it up. We're co-hosting, and Yorktown Paranormal, I believe, is also hosting as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you guys haven't gotten your tickets for that, John says he's heard whistling in the woods too, Maddie. You know what? I think when Fleetwood comes around, we're going to take her out to Fleetwood. Like, not just the day part either. I think she can handle it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. How much was it? It was like $75 a ticket for Pamplin?
Oh, yeah, yeah. But it includes, like, dinner, snack, and breakfast.
From what used to be known as the Donut Shack or Sugar Shack.
It's Sugar Shack.
But it's not Sugar Shack anymore. No. It's just,
No, I thought it was
it's
Shack.
donuts on 360 now. No, there's
Well,
a
no,
big thing with
360,
Sugar Shack.
360 is changed. Well, Sugar Shack on 360 turned to 360 something donuts. But the one near Petersburg is going to be Sugar Shack, I believe.
I don't know. There's going to be donuts.
Yeah, donuts in there.
Donuts are coming.
And plus it's like, you know, covered cabins and stuff like that with like little heating stoves in there to keep you warm in case it's cold. But, you know, hey, I have no idea what the dinner's going to be. It might be spaghetti bake, whatever. But
Yeah,
it's
we're
going to
still
be...
working out the details on that, but you're going to have a good dinner.
Yeah.
And you're not going to be roughing it in tents. You're going to actually have hard structures. So you just got to bring probably a camping mat because they're wooden bunks and a sleeping bag and a pillow.
Yep.
And have fun with us for the rest of the night.
And plus the Heart House will be open up after the investigation.
Look, y'all, the Heart House. There are footprints in the earthen floor down there, and they don't know where those came from.
No, it's like child footprints. I have no idea.
And you
plus
also saw shadow figures in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that place, I didn't get to go there. You guys went off on your little Boy Scout field trip.
Oh my God. It's like, wow.
That was, yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to it. And then Matthew says, we're still waiting on the Atchison, Kansas date. You know what? I keep telling Chris we need to figure that one out.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we were talking about that. Yeah.
We're going to work that in there.
And then where are we going? And, okay, we don't have anything for June yet. Oh, wait a minute. No, end of May. Wait a minute. March. Hang on. There's two things in May. There's Pamplin, and then there's Fauquier Jail.
Yeah.
Which was your second place. Very first overnighter.
Yep.
And that's where we figured out that he could channel really good. And he picked up this old prisoner. Like,
it was an anger cuss.
Oh my gosh. Which, by the way, his name was Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're
Why do
going
we pick
back
up Toms everywhere?
I don't know. Tom,
What the
Dicks,
hell's
and
with Tom?
Harry's. Who knows? But they only do that once a year. So I'm looking forward to that. And then we don't have anything in June set up yet, but where are we going in July? I'm like super psyched about this. We're planning on going in July.
Yeah, we're going to New York.
Where are we going? We're going to New York. We happen to be about 45 minutes to an hour away from my ex-husband. We're not going to see my ex-husband, although Maddie's going to go spend time with her dad during that weekend. But there's a back-to-back.
Yep, that's trying to remember. Forgive me. Wildwood and
Hinsdale.
Hinsdale.
So Wildwood Sanitarium and
It's a
Hinsdale
whole weekend.
House. A whole weekend. We're going to be some tired mofos when we come back. And then
That's why I'm taking time off.
Wait a minute, I think we do have something in June. We have the West Virginia Paracon.
Okay.
At the prison.
West Virginia State Pen.
Yeah. So things are hooking up to be a pretty nice little calendar in front of us. So
Plus, I figure when we do Malvern again, later on this year, well, I guess we'll make an Atchison trip.
Or we just go to Atchison.
True.
So.
True.
Yep. Well, that's all we got for tonight, folks. Thank you for joining us. We're going to have to figure out something because we got too big of a gap. We're like, what's next? I mean, we sat idle pretty much for 2 months. So things are getting back in the groove. We'll have to go figure out something to do.
Oh, definitely.
But until then, any topics you'd like us to talk about? I don't know. We're open to having guests, but that's kind of not our thing. But if somebody does want to come on, let us know. We'll bring you on. But other than that, we will see you guys next Sunday. And thank you for joining us.
Y'all have a good evening, and may your Monday be long if you have it off.
I have it off. So I'm
As do
going to
I.
stay up late as can be tonight.
Thank God to be a federal employee.
Yeah, well, I'm not. I just took the day.
You're getting there.
I'm getting.
Just keep working on it.
I'm trying. So, all right, guys. Mostly glitch-free. Like, this is awesome.
Oh my God.
Woohoo!
Can't go.
All right, guys. Have a great night.
Asta.